Okay, in this video I'm going to be going over the AV mod I did on my PC Engine. I made a video on it already, but it kind of leaves a lot to be, it's unexplained in some areas, and I think that a visual reference might help people if they wanted to do this themselves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy apart, and I'm going to show you how I wired it up so that way I have my AV out and I don't have to have anything off the back of it. I just have this cable. It's basically a USB extension that I cut the end of it off and stuck it in there, and on an AV cable I just cut the ends of it off and wired it up to the wires in the USB cable. Okay, here's how it looks when you take the cover off the back. Of course you have to have a game bit because these funky little screws don't come out with a standard screwdriver, so I gotta have one of these. Works really good, comes right out just like any other screw. Once you get to this point, there's a point right here and a point right here that you have to basically desolder or just heat it up and kind of pull it away from the board. I mean, this is pretty flexible. You can see how it is. You can almost see where I need to show you underneath there, but yeah, just heat it up and it'll come right off, and then we'll move on. So I'll be right back after I do that. Okay, I got this off by desoldering it, of course, right there and right there. I have tape on here to kind of keep things from moving around because I have really tiny wires on here. But basically, sorry for shaking the damn camera around. Basically what I have going here is the red over here is the video, the black is the ground, the white is the left channel, and the green is the right channel. Sorry I can't really get this stupid thing to focus, but if you look, this is, get an idea of how it's in coordination to the rest of the board. This is the expansion port. This is the top, so you're looking at the expansion port and then just going like this. This is how you solder it up. So basically, for the right channel, you want the furthest most upper left, the left channel, the lower left. For the video, you want the second one over, there we go, video, you want the second one over on the top, and ground, the one right next to it on the top. So the video is the second one over on the top, and the ground is the third one over on the top. So just solder those up, and I do recommend putting tape or something on them just to kind of help insulate, just because if you're using what I used, it's kind of fragile wiring, so just little baby wires there. But then let me flip this guy over. Here's the wires coming out the other side. You got your white and your green, and then over there further back is your red and your black. And basically those are all the wires that originally came on this extension. Here's the female end, and it's probably kind of hard to see because this camera sucks, it's on my phone, but the red, the green, the white, and the black are all coming out of there. Just 4 wires, that's all you need. One of the things you have to be sure of when you route is not to put anything in here so that way anything will get damaged. I routed these between the ribbon cable and around some capacitors in there, so when you put this back together, you have to kind of look around in there and make sure you didn't smash anything or bend any of the capacitors out of whack in there. Also to note, since this is where the RF modulator used to be, this spot right here, I did have to desolder it out of there. It still worked, but who uses RF? So I had to desolder this point, and that point, and then back here was the 4 points that it connected to. So when you get rid of this, you have a lot of space to put this guy in there. So it's a real quick, easy fix. There's other ways you could do it, different types of connectors, but hey, USB is what I had laying around. Yeah, let me put this all back together and I'll show you how it works. But a nice, clean picture. And I mean, all I got hooked up is my controller in the front, this little guy on the side, and this other guy on this side. I mean, just to prove to you that this is actually working, I will disconnect it. See? And plug it back in. Come on. There we go. So, great picture. Anyways, it's not that hard of a mod to do. The results are freaking awesome.